Imagine a world where the loudest voices around you scream, invest in the next big tech unicorn. Yet something inside screams back, louder, deeper, burning with frustration. Because no matter how saturated the market is with apps and algorithms, there's a gnawing emptiness beneath the surface. That itch you feel when you see talented founders chasing the same artificial dreams, burned out by endless cycles of hype, only to crash into walls of inflated valuations and broken promises. You know the truth. True disruption isn't always wrapped in code. It hides in places overlooked, under the shadows of Silicon Valley's shiny towers, where real lives are built and real problems are solved. This tension, this restlessness, that's your superpower. It means you're not fooled by the noise. You see that non-tech startups, the ones rejected by the crowd, dismissed as old school or boring, are quietly rewriting the rules. They're breathing life into forgotten corners where human needs are raw and urgent. They're trading in resilience, culture, trust, and tangible value that no line of code can emulate. The frustration you feel, it's a signpost. It's exactly why angel investors like you are now making bold moves off the beaten path, betting big on these ventures that don't glitter with tech jargon, but shine with genuine impact. You know why this is so damn important? Because the system, every expert, every headline has sold you a lie. It says, follow the trends, scale fast, ride the algorithm. But deep down, you see how that system is strangling innovation. It's demanding obedience, rewarding copies, and punishing what's rare. It's caging humanity in uniformity while calling it progress. And here we are, choosing to break free by embracing what's real, raw, and revolutionary beyond the tech bubble. Non-tech startups are freedom fighters in disguise. They're the mom-and-pop shops transforming local economies, the sustainable agriculture projects healing the planet, the wellness brands restoring balance to lives crushed by stress, the education models rewriting how we learn beyond apps and screens. They're the human touch no algorithm can replace. And for angel investors craving not just profit, but genuine legacy, these businesses offer something far richer than flashy exits. They offer the chance to build the future on the foundation of meaning. The truth is, these ventures fight battles every day that tech startups never face. They wrestle with supply chains in chaos, human relationships that technology can't digitize, regulations born decades ago and ignored by the high-tech crowd, and communities that demand trust over hype. But here's the magic. Every challenge they overcome is proof of resilience, authenticity, and untapped opportunity. The kind of opportunity that isn't just a fad or a bubble, but a movement rewiring the economy with purpose and heart. Now ask yourself this. Aren't you tired of seeing investors lose billions on disruptive tech with zero social impact? Aren't you fed up watching founders chase scale at the expense of sustainability and soul? This is where angel investors like you become different, radical even. Because when the crowd counts clicks and downloads, you count lives changed, communities uplifted, ecosystems healed. When tech whispers instant growth or bust, you hear the steady pulse of slow-burning success, founded on trust, values, and grit. Here's the harsh reality most investors don't want to face. Tech bubbles pop. Markets shift overnight. Algorithms change, and with them, so do valuations. But non-tech startups? They're anchored in something eternal. Human needs that don't disappear, cultures that don't erase, and markets that don't rely on trends. They're tackling problems that won't vanish in a product update. They're creating economies people live in, not just surf on their phones. And that, dear angel, gives you an unprecedented edge. Because if tech investing is a game of speculation, non-tech investing is a game of patience infused with passion. It's investing in the kind of unpolished, imperfect reality that tech investors overlook, but the world desperately needs. Imagine being the rare one who sees value where others see risk, who bets on the human spirit, the tenacity of founders who won't bend to algorithms, but bend over backwards for their community, who chooses to back legacies that will outlast any IPO frenzy. If you lean in now, here's what happens. You become part of a revolution that doesn't just chase money, it creates meaning. You unlock access to fields where endless tech chatter hasn't drowned out signals. Clean energy, food system overhaul, craft manufacturing, mental health care innovations rooted in empathy, education reforms that honor individuality over standardization. You find founders driven not by stock options but by fire in their bellies, who refuse to live a borrowed life shaped by polished pitch decks and VC's cold spreadsheets. This path isn't for the faint-hearted. It demands a different kind of courage. To ignore the noise, to question the obvious, to invest with eyes wide open into stories that take time to unfold. But the rewards, they're not just in returns. They're in witnessing transformation on a scale that tech hype can only dream of. They're in knowing you fueled a breakthrough that touches real people, real places, in ways no app ever could. Listen close. This isn't just about changing portfolio charts. It's about defying the pattern of obedience that's kept innovation a prisoner to status quo. It's about refusing to be a cog in a machine that values conformity over creativity. It's about breaking the cycle where progress means fitting into the mold rather than smashing it. You're here because the fire inside you won't let you settle for less. You're here because you want to be a force that transcends limitations placed by systems designed to forget the exceptional. This rebellion against conformity isn't reckless. It's the most strategic move you can make. Because the future doesn't belong to those who follow. It belongs to those who challenge, disrupt, and redefine boundaries. Angel investing in non-tech startups means aligning with founders who have already broken free from the lie of centralized progress. It means embracing the edge where real transformation happens, not in sanitized whiteboards, but in muddy fields, crowded classrooms, and kitchens where culture thrives. And here's the thing, your freedom as an investor means more than backing winners. It means wielding your will with precision, being critical, patient, and selective as hell. Choosing founders whose dreams burn as bright as yours, rejecting quick fixes and chasing depth instead. This is how you unlock longevity, how you build relationships, not just transactions, and how you back ventures that don't just play the game, but change it. Remember, the biggest trap is easy comfort disguised as progress. Tech startups promise lightning-fast gains, but often deliver burnout and short lives. Non-tech startups demand tough love, but repay with roots that grow deep and branches that spread wide. Your challenge is to see past convenience and hear the call for authenticity, to invest not just in products, but in people who embody transformation, who practice freedom by creating it for others. To bet big on non-tech startups is to say, I'm done waiting for the world to catch up. I'm done buying into illusions that mask the real work. It's to say yes to being a guardian of individuality, a champion of the humans behind the business models, and a believer that true success is not about scale alone, but about soul. There is power in this quiet revolution, power to shake industries, to rewrite economic maps, to elevate the rare over the routine. As an angel investor, stepping into this space means joining a movement, a collective of few who refuse to settle, who sharpen their gaze beyond borders and bubble bursts. This is your invitation to align with those who don't just want to hold wealth but want to wield it for something greater. You are not here to follow, you are here to transcend. To stand with the few who see that progress blooms not from the center but from the edges, where risk meets resolve, where rebellion meets responsibility, where money meets meaning. This is your moment to seize freedom not by comfort, but by conviction. To invest not because it's easy, but because it's essential. The world is watching those who dare to act. Will you be one of them? Will you choose the arduous path that leads to real change? Or will you keep chasing the illusions that keep the exceptional locked away? The choice is yours. But here's one thing that can't be ignored. Non-tech startups are the last uncharted frontier of angel investing, and the rewards for those bold enough to step in are not just financial, they are immortal. Burn with that, hold on to that, because this is where angels redefine what it means to fly. Whoa.